All right, how's it going, everybody? Got me a new SD card in here. Hammock between those two trees right there last night. Show you where I am. It's weird. I think this is like national property here and state property here, like where the trees are cut. There's that. Now it's showing up much better now. You see it up there? That's an old ski jump built like back in the 30s. You know that sunrise would be badass up there, and sunset. It's just cold. It's cold this morning. Real cold. Big heavy dew out here in the open. And anyway, I'm packed up and ready to ride. I should be in Maine by this evening. I'm watching the streams. Pretty full of stuff. I'm pretty much out water, so water will be priority. Do a little check, everything here, tire pressure, make sure everything locked up, secured. Looks good. Gotta do one more check when I get back down to the road. Time to go do some fishing. Possibly this evening. It'll probably be tomorrow before I get my license and stuff. And I will get my license. I know there's like $65 a couple of years ago for out of state. I haven't checked lately, but you know, 75 maybe. Then I won't have to worry about it. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it covers everything. So there's no special license or whatever. Catch trout, whatever. It's all species. So, but I'll verify that. Hopefully I can speak with a ranger and just find out for sure anything. I guess some lakes and stuff, ponds, they're both when you get to Maine. Lakes, ponds, hell, who knows? It's a body of water. It's got fish in it. All right, anyway, I'm gonna get rolling, everybody. Hope y'all having a good one. Good morning. There it is, everybody. The Nansen ski jump. 1936 and 1938. Built it, started jumping. Had Olympic trials and whatnot here. Now see where it's grown up in the middle? That's where the old steps. I was up in there the last time. It was more grown. That's new to the right. That was not there. I'm not even sure what that is. That's badass, ain't it? Pretty cool. It would be a badass place to watch the sunrise. No shit. Well, hope everybody's having a good one. Yukon, over and out. Wow, that's a big, they're trying to restore it here. Apparently, yeah. Huh, 2.6 million is the goal. Get this thing restored. Now it talks about it some more. Wow, pretty awesome. You imagine that, coming down that, popping off there and then landing and come down there through here skiing. You turn sideways, yeah. Let's roll, people. I'm out of water. Wow, check out the big lumber company here, people. Look what a pile of logs they got right there. They're processing that into usable lumber. That's a lot of trees. Wow, yeah, there's even more back behind them. Yeah, it's hard to see in the sun. There, I guess that's some kind of pressure treating system, something, not sure. Something to treat them. There I go. All right. They'd be getting ready to, well, no, this is Saturday. They may be off today. I don't know. A lot of lumber. This looks like 2x6s there. Looks like. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good one out there. Yukon, over there. Check it out, everybody. Wow. I remember this. First time I ever come through here, the wind was blowing this way and it was really, really hot. But when I come through here, it was really, really cool because of that water. Oh, wow. Yeah, I cannot resist the opportunity to put your wings out and fly, gobbler, fly. boats here, folks. There was a bunch of boats here, nice boats. And I come through the last time. Here's a few more. Yeah, see? Yeah, yeah. Awesome, just of it. All right, look at that. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Look how far it goes. I see people paddling way up there. I may have to get back in there and take my one more dip with the shirt. Anyway, I'll make more videos soon. You fine. Bye bye bye. Out everybody. Look at that. There was a guy back there fishing. I didn't see him until I got right down there on the water. He said he caught 3 or 4. One of them broke his line. Went under a log or something. He said when he first got here, he said he passed some guys that were fishing. He said one of them was holding a bass that looked like it was 7 or 8 pounds. It was like almost 2 feet long. I'm like, holy hell. Just shut up. So I'm ready to get to Maine, do some fishing. I mean, this is, I'm serious, this is like every day. There's lakes and rivers everywhere. It's hard to get that point across to people back home. They just don't understand. They're literally everywhere. Anyway, I've blabbered enough. Hope everybody's having a good one. Shoot on over now. Thought I heard an eagle. Maybe not. No, it's not an eagle. Tough hill, I'm pushing it. Look here, everybody, the 4-lane in some of this. Look at that. We're getting back to where the river's fixing to start flowing again. There's a little bridge and a spring coming up here. Some I hope pretty soon, because it's getting low on water. And I will refill there. And I'm gonna take a nice break there, like an hour, maybe 2. Who knows? Hope everybody's having a good one out there. Golly. Get her down a little flat land. Yeah, it said gravel road ahead. I knew that wasn't right. I guess that's what they're talking about. Huh. Nice. Elevated a little bit more. I don't know, maybe they're just replacing this. I don't know for sure. They'd give it a little bit more of a... They could turn this into a bicycle path. Yeah! Gosh dang, you'd make a good one, boy. Look at that. Beautiful. Hope everybody's having a good one out there. Should you call it? Heading north. Talk about a moose habitat, everybody. Ow! Gosh dang it! Oh! Black fly. Green fly, I don't know, but there's one of them bite bashes and some of these nerves. Oh. Everybody have a good one. Sorry about that. Right here's that spring, everybody. Man, that thing has been running forever. He was a local. I come through here in 2018, and he was telling me that he'd been running, he'd been getting there since he was a kid. And he's older than I am. Look at that. That's all nice water. I'm gonna fill up, everybody. Good stuff here. Then I'm gonna go over there and cross that bridge, take me a nice long break. Oh, I'm glad to be here. I mean, got a little bit of Gatorade, but I'm out of water. I'm gonna fill up. All right, everybody have a good one. You caught over there. To say that cold is an understatement. Look at that, it's already starting to condense on the outside. See the bridge up there? People in the river. Oh yeah, definitely getting flow. Excellent. All right, I hope everybody's having a good one. Ain't this badass or what? Oh, we definitely got flow. Yeah. There's a guy fishing here the last time I was here. There's a side stream right over there. They were pulling in trout after trout. There's more people fishing. Look at the ducks. With the whole family. Look at them. They have no problem getting across that water. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. Look at that. They're fast. Awesome. I'm going to go over here and take a break. Big shady spot over here. Oh, man. Hope everybody's having a good one. Yukon over there. Some cyclists there getting ready to take off. There's a bunch of them. They're going to ride a trail they're not supposed to be on. They've really not got any other options. They either got to go on the road or go on this other trail they're not supposed to be on. Got to go one way, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I took a long break here. I'm so tempted to stay, but there's a lot more coming up. And I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I remember another nice, really nice state park coming up. Oh, it's just all days like this, lakes and streams and rivers, but there's more climbing from here. There they go. This is mostly ATVs, mostly, but I've been seeing a lot of single riders. Regular dirt bikes, mountain bikes. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good one out there. Yukon over there. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here, everybody. One last look here. Wow, that's just exceptional. More people down there getting in. We're on the rocks, that's where I was. All over. Alright, I'm headed north. Hear them? Awesome. Hell yeah. Hey, no shit, that's one of the coolest scenes, or whatever you want to call it, I've ever seen. It was over in Pinkham Notch a few years ago. And right after I took off from camping, I was in the White Mountains. I was on the road, I was going down the mountain around a big curve, and a group of motorcyclists, like kind of like, I don't know, not really, kind of dressed like a gang, sort of, but more military style. And they had the American flag out front, and it's like they were flanking it on each side with like the Marines and Army, you know. Oh, it was badass. That was it was a cool scene. The flag was flapping, you know. They're going down the highway. Down there's that bridge I was at just a few minutes ago. Damn, look at that. Just look at this place, people. It's absolutely beautiful. Right now, the temperature, I'd say upper 70s. It's a little hot in the sun. This hell is perfect for swimming. I'm going in. I'm going in. Maybe not right now, but I'm going in on that. Can't resist it. Going into one of these lakes or something. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Hey, everybody. I'm here at a little wayside here along the Androscoggin River. It's just absolutely perfect. Anyway, right over there, which would be the left-hand corner, perfect little stealth side. It goes out, down, and then it goes back to the right down to the river. So you could also park here for a while. I mean, you can't set up shop or whatever, but you could park here and sleep. You could, on a day like today, you could park, set your hammock up, take a nap, whatever. Have a picnic. There's a couple grills, 3 or 4 picnic tables. And I think there's a restroom down there. I don't think there's any water. Anyway, it's nice. This is about the peak of the day. It's about 2 o'clock or so. Yeah, it's 2:04. So the heat's about to peak out here. The sun. I'm gonna make some more miles. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna soak my shirt in the river again when I get down to it. There's more stuff coming, more lakes and stuff. A lot of motorcycles, a lot of tourists, and it was more adventure type people. I mean, a lot of the cars and stuff, they've got kayaks on them and camping gear, and you name it. It's adventure type people, bicycles. Hadn't seen any other cyclists. I don't know why. This place here is underrated for sure. This is the time to be here. These roads are nice, good shoulders. People seem to be aware, etc., etc. Hope everybody's having a good one. This is Yukon. I'm heading north, baby. Look at that, everybody. That's the woods right past the wayside. So I'm sure that's stayed on. It just goes on and on. Oh, that'd be perfect. Just absolutely perfect it would be. But I'm gonna get in some miles. I'm like 10, I don't know, 10, 15 miles from the border. So I'm ready to get to Maine. Hope everybody's having a good one. It's Yukon, over and out. Everybody, I'm in the little community of Earl. Very active. Lots of motorcycles, lots of people, lots of ATVs, especially motorcycles. It's a beautiful day for it. Wow, they got beer, they got, I don't remember this from 2018, I don't. About to get crushed. I just found a chest strap for a GoPro. Pretty sure that's what that is. I'll check it out while I get on up here. Might be able to utilize some of this. Oh, I'm out of there. All I did is get some ice cream. Whew. There's an American flag and a Canadian flag. That says something about where I'm at. Yeah, I'm really close to Canada. Probably the closest I've been, maybe the closest I'll be here coming up. Anyway, the way you see this lake up here, I stayed here the last time. I stayed at twice. I'm tempted to stay again. Magical. I remember it was like a mirror. It was just calm like glass. Beautiful. One of some of the best pictures I've ever taken of a lake at sunset. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good one. I'll make more pictures. Yukon, over and out. You see that muddy, boggy looking stuff, everybody? That's from moose. That's where moose have been walking around out there. I'd say my odds of seeing one today are 50-50. And within the next several days, there's probably a 90% chance. May see multiple. This is an excellent place to see one. Anyway, if I do see one, I'll try to video it. Hope everybody's having a good one. It's Yukon, over and out. Still way up here on the Androscoggin. Kayaking, everybody. Kayaking on the Androscoggin. I think I might be fixed to cut away from it for good. Somewhere here close. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Look how blue. Look at that. It's like a boating paradise, and fishing and biking and you name it. The awesomeness of it, everybody. The awesomeness of it. Just check it out, everybody. Look at that. There's some more kayakers. This is the Umbagog Wildlife Refuge area. And I hope I got that, pronounced that right, or pretty close. Alright, next stop is one of my favorite lakes, and I do believe that is a loon right there, people. It is. It's a loon. It really is. I'm like 95% certain. Alright, I hope everybody's having a good one. Yukon over and out. Alright, everybody. I'm gonna head on a little bit further. I would like to get into Maine. Maine's only about 5 miles. It's just a little after 5, so I've got a good 3 hours of sunlight, the long daylight. Boy, I do love it here, though. This is one of my favorite camp spots here. That big rock out there, it's just back to the right. You can walk out on it and stuff. It was just badass. All kinds of flowers and stuff. It's awesome. Still not seen a moose, but it's really, they don't like this heat. They really avoid the heat. They're more cold natured, so they'd be in the water wherever they're at today. They're chilling. Anyway, yeah, I can get in a few more miles. I'd like to get into Maine too, and there's a lot more stuff. So, I mean, I have camped here twice. Need to see new places. All right, hope everybody's having good, and I'll make some video when I get to wherever I'm going. Adios. This place is just so amazing, everybody. I want you to check out this island right quick. I just come down a big downhill. Been climbing up to that lake. Look at that, that's an island. There's 2 loons. I've been seeing all kinds of loons. Wow. Oh yeah. Get a picture of that. Alright, I'm gonna get a picture too. Hope everybody's having a good one. Yukon over now. Look at that. Sorry, we're starting to get into some flow. I know what's formed that dam. That's sediment from floods, and now it's growing. So we should be into flow soon. There's a spring coming up, and I need it. I need water. Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Yukon over now. Here it is, everybody. Maine state line. Nice. Oh, so glad to be here. Here, everybody, look here. Now, I didn't know this one was here. But I will make mental note. Not far after you get into the state of Maine, within a mile. On your right, little pull off here. Nice little pull off, right down there. I think that house right there is vacant. And look at this. Obviously, people been getting it. Obviously, look at that. it.